is on the short list of the greatest featherweights of all time, but Max Holloway has goals beyond that. DC, you know he trains at 185, 190 pounds. Going to be very interesting to see how far Max Holloway can take this here in the UFC.
He's one of the best fighters, as you said. He's one of the best featherweights of all time, and it's because of his preparation and his attention to detail. When he made his UFC debut, he had hiccups, but he went back to the lab and he fixed those things, and it showed in a massive 13-fight win streak that had him winning the featherweight championship and defending it on multiple occasions. Max Holloway is truly one of the best fighters in the entire organization. And
what he did in that two-fight series with Jose Aldo is something that history is going to look back upon very fondly. Max blessed Holloway back in another big spot. Max Holloway has stepped into the Octagon. This time he wants to leave with that championship belt. All right, so here is the UFC featherweight champion, Alexander Volkanovski. He certainly has cleaned out a lot of this division, but there are still guys who are coming to take what is his. How do you think he proceeds with this particular challenge here today?
I mean, just being himself, he's as good as they come. The guy has tremendous striking, he's got great wrestling. He was thought to be a wrestler when he got here. We have seen him be a master of game planning. We have seen him be a master of strategy. A guy that fights with a game plan, the fight IQ through the roof. And tonight, you're going to experience one of the smartest, most technically gifted fighters you have ever seen. Let's see if that's enough, though, because the challenge is very big tonight as he steps into the octagon.
And he does so having 4 times gone the full 25 minutes in the UFC. Volkanovski very much has a championship style, and he has got another title fight on his hands tonight.
And Johnny won't get tired. I mean, he goes the distance. It seems like he's just running in the park, taking a nice jog on a weekend. Fight the best fighters in the world.
And had he stayed in rugby league, probably would have been an absolute beast there too. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. All right, to get us started now, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Max Blessed Holloway. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. All right, so somehow, some way, we've arrived at a 4th meeting here between 2 all-timers, Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway. And Volkanovski has said the first time I fought Max, kind of got by on cardio and grit. Now, he's the total package.
He has got everything. And in fight 3, we saw all of those skills on display. What we didn't see is him having to use his wrestling when that was a saving grace in so many instances in fights 1 and fights 2. It'll be on Max Holloway to change something, get out of the way of the right hand if he wants to regain or reclaim his featherweight championship of the world.
All right, so we will see early on how the Volk man chooses to proceed, and no surprise to see Volkanovski go to the leg kick early.
I mean, we have seen this constantly with Alexander Volkanovski, especially in the first Max Holloway fight. He won the fight behind the leg kicks. He is so smart inside of the octagon that he will throw these leg kicks, not hard, but they draw something out of you, and then he starts to attack you with things that have more force. This guy's tremendous, and that is why he's the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Hook to the head there by Holloway.
He's throwing bombs. Every time they come into contact, he is throwing bombs.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Max Holloway. Pretty interesting to see him mixing it up with the kicks here, some calf kicks, and now attacking the thigh effectively.
Just throwing a traditional leg kick. The traditional leg kick was a little higher. Everybody wants to talk about that calf kick right now. There's still a lot can be done with those traditional leg kicks.
Oh, nice leg kick attack there from Alexander Volkanovski. You know it's a city kickboxing fighter if they're employing that weapon.
And you know, honestly, John, he's done that over and over again. The leg kicks were what got the belt from Max Holloway. He used that to slow Max down, get him out of his conventional stance, and make him fight the stance that he's not used to. And Volkanovski was able to walk away with the belt that night.
All right, so Hawaii's Max Holloway trying to put the finishing touches on it. The head kick there as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his leg kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you. Now he's on top, exactly where he wanted to go.
20 seconds to go in round one. All right, side control now. Sounds for the end of round one. All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. All right, let us get you some replays after that round, and he is definitely dealing with a damaged nose now. We'll see if we can isolate the strike that caused the damage.
Yeah, and there it is, right? It was this one right here that opened up that cut on the bridge of his nose. It's not a bad cut. The nose isn't demolished yet, but if he keeps getting hit there, it will be. And then everything becomes very difficult. So what he's got to do is he's got to move. He's got to be smarter in his approach in this next round.
He didn't seem all that phased on the stool. The cut man has stopped the bleeding for now, but we will continue to keep an eye on this developing storyline here as this fight continues.
Nice punch land.
Max Holloway at his best in the stand-up here tonight. Could there be any better representation of Hawaiian MMA than Max blessed Holloway? Rip the body there.
Oh, nice jab by Volkanovski.
They continue to exchange. Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike. Every strike.
And it burns. John, it burns so bad. When you get cut like that, every time a shot lands, it just burns. So this guy needs to try to find a way to not take and limit the damage he's taken to this cut. Easier said than done, though.
Well, you know he's not done yet, but the numbers to this point, 62 total strikes have landed for Max Bless Holloway. And connecting with 61% accuracy tonight against Alexander Volkanovski. Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of the stick. Nice block.
Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive than we saw in round one, and now starting to find himself in the pocket. Holloway's left calf starting to show signs of bruising. Don't want to take too many more of those. Bring him over the top. This fight's going to be over.
What a great way to get up in the tap. He didn't stay to...
Steps in!
Oh, my goodness!
What a fight. So how about that as he pounds him out for the TKO? Prioritized the finish tonight. Absolutely gets it with style points. A huge, huge result here in this arena tonight.
It's always fun to see an athlete tell you what they're going to do, and then they do it. This guy told us he was going to get a finish, and that's exactly what he did. Him and his team are going to have a fantastic time tonight celebrating. They should all be very proud.
All right, here's Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 23 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO and new undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Max Blessed Holloway.
All right, so the future Hall of Famer and former UFC featherweight king Max Holloway, your winner tonight by TKO, and man, he had it going early and often, champ.
I mean, as is the case normally with Holloway, it's the